Now you can probably hear me. Wow. Wow. The cybernetic implants are like screwing me up. So that's what's going on.
Sense.
How'd you get a background like that? That's
Like
much
Google.
better than what I have. I'm like looking for
I'm a little bit echoey though.
Yeah, because I'm working on the intro.
Okay.
So you're going to be echoey for a bit till I get that.
That's fine. Super fighting robot. Mega
Mega
Man.
Man. Cisco Man, Babo. Really?
I like how you have a pink eye and I have a blue eye.
Oh, yeah. It does kind of work like that. Is between this one, you're getting me distracted, Paul, but it's between this one and this one.
Oh, that's if more of the background was lit up, that would be cool.
I know, right? My face is just too unlit. That's the only thing.
Yeah, it's like you're a hovering face in the middle of a black void.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This one, I was like, why? Where was this doing?
Oh no!
Hasta la vista, baby. Ah, hot. Anyway, back to this one. Anyway, regardless. Okay. Now I'm going to work on the thingamabob.
That does the job.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. And now I'm going to...
And hello, chat.
Hello, chat. Hello. Arm that. I'm going to... can you mute yourself, Paul, so that none of you bleeds in?
Bleedy.
So I'm going to be muted as well.
All right, I'll mute myself here.
Prepare to rewind in 3, 2. Mega Man 2, 1988, powered by iSpeech.
Okay, now you can talk, Paul. Can you hear me, Paul?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, you can talk now that I'm not recording, but I'm going to play this back, make sure it sounds okay.
Reflux capacitor, fluxing, crew, to stations. Scanning for Mega Man 2, 1988.
Perfect.
Prepare to...
Right, save that, file, render. I'm...
Oh, you have the word of. Sorry, go ahead. No, rendering.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Yeah.
I switched my camera and second screen are on opposite sides. So I'm so used to like looking at you, everyone this way.
Hi.
So I'm going to have to adjust to that.
Yeah.
Let's see this
I wish my green screen effect was better, so it's not like I'm constantly like Marty McFly being erased from existence.
Right. I know. I totally get it. I'm having to. I'm gonna have to buy some green poster board to get my green screen working right. I thought it was gonna be. I could just use what I had, but it's not gonna work out that way. Okay.
Well, I do have green screen material. I just haven't really dived into the fact or the way to use my webcam for it. So I have to use the snap thing, and that's not that good. That's why I was asking if you had any software for the webcam.
I feel like Restream has a green screen bit.
Oh.
Or was that StreamYard?
That was probably StreamYard, but knowing my luck, I mean,
advanced settings.
We don't need. Yes, Ashley, get those Ednas ready.
Oh
There's a whole army of Ednas just waiting.
No, we don't need that.
Who are respawning. All you have to do is leave the screen just a bit and go right back, and there's another one.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, okay, so I got that. Now I need to get it onto Discord, then onto my phone.
Did you invite the other two?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind if it's just us, but I'm just wondering.
Real quick, I need to switch over to my DAR, so give me a second.
real quick.
So I can't hear you now, even though you can probably still hear me.
StreamYard has it. Don't know about Restream. Well, thank you for letting us know the Duck has it. The Cellcast Gaming. It looks like the makeup is coming on the right. It's coming off of your right side, Francisco. It looks pretty good on the left. It looks very humanoid. Howdy, Star Fox 22.
Line out.
I always blame the ducks because they're never quacking. They do it only a few times, like when they're about to do the flying V.
That's not the one I want.
No, it never is.
Oh, good glory.
Do you know why it's always in the last
The
place you
enemodes
look?
don't start yet. The enemodes do not start yet. Don't give
Do
me
you know
this
why it's always in the
enemode
last
right
place you look?
now. It doesn't start.
Because you wouldn't continue to look once you found it. Therefore, it will always be in the last place you look. And they're horrible doctors too. What, the ducks?
Now I can hear. Okay, there we go.
Well, yeah. You have headphones on.
But before I couldn't hear because I was plugging in the line in jack for my phone as the line out jack for my phone as the line in for my door. You know? Oh my goodness!
You got your wires crossed. I understand.
Oh, there's Kitos.
Hello.
Why am I making
hello
Kitos
there.
full screen? Sorry, Kitos.
Oh.
It was
Hello.
the Kito show, and we're really echoing.
How's it going?
Hello. I can turn that echo off. Sorry. Now you
Oh
should be
man!
fine. Oh my god.
Now I'm not echoing.
I need that
Ceilings,
surround
carpets.
sound feel,
Oh,
you
good,
know.
Ashley. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Like I'm in a cavern, and there's all these robots attacking me from every angle.
How do I change my name on here?
It's in settings or
Oh, I see.
No, above my thing where it says my little thing that says on air, it has my name above it. And it has like edit, and I click on that edit button.
I see. I got it. Thanks, Paul.
All right. Yeah.
let's see.
Kitos.
Okay, focus, Francisco.
Welcome.
Focus. You can do this. You can do this.
No, you can't.
Don't start. Okay. So I need to Discord. Oh. Gosh. Do this.
Hi, how are you? I'm very happy to be here. Very nice to see you all again.
And that's the
First, I would like to just get to know you.
know you.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to
want
have
them
them
answered
answered immediately. Stop it! Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Podcast.
There we go. 20XX.
You are mine now.
There you go.
You belong to me.
Intros. Make my X open. Upload.
You have that sound clip ready? 20XX. Oh wait, I can do that anytime I want.
You are the voice. Yes. That'd be funny if you load
What?
the sound clip for you. Oh my Gideons. Okay.
Wait, so what's on your face, Francisco?
There's
I don't
makeup.
know, it's a
look at more
robot
women
thing.
on the one side. It's to hide his roboticness on the other.
See, Mega Man is all robot except for his face. I'm mostly human except for part of my face is
I
robot.
thought he was all robot.
Are you like the Phantom of the Opera of Mega Man?
Yes. Play for me.
Mega Man, Dr. Wily is there inside my castle. Okay. Focus. Okay, they're not helping, seriously.
What's wrong
I'm
with
glad-
your screen?
I'm glad to be hanging out with you guys. That fits nice.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't need to encourage Kitos with his Phantom of the Opera stuff.
Oh, my lighting is all off. Hold on.
Yeah, you're lighting, Paul. Jeez.
Yeah,
What's up with
Come
it?
on. There, that's a little better.
How's
There
my
we go.
voice? Good sound?
I-
Good
I
quality?
think so. I haven't done the whole test because I'm still trying to do other things.
It's decent enough. It's not quite radio there, but you know, one day you'll advance to book reading.
Download
I'll do
already.
audiobooks.
Faster.
All right, is lighter? Nah.
Finally, you're
So
done.
orange or light?
Okay, so you're gonna go to
Blue,
here.
orange, or light? What do you think looks better? Blue, orange, or white.
Do blue again? Not that one.
Orange or white?
I think orange.
Okay, we'll keep it an orange.
Yeah, I think that looks more natural, I guess I'd say.
Yeah. Andrew, where are you?
Right. Let's see. He hasn't messaged me back.
I'm very familiar about all this.
Oh my god. Only you and me would get that, Paul.
I'm not telling stories outside of Dr. Light's
It's
office.
fine. That's for the Captain XO debriefs only.
Sorry, folks.
I'm the party pooper.
Oh wow. Okay, let's see. Streaming, soundboard.
I've received 100 messages today alone with Restream chat. I don't care,
you guys are awesome.
Restream.io.
Well, you should care.
Why? It's
don't
more
know.
useless information. Now, CajunCurl.com, that's good to know.
Can you
I don't
guys
even
hear
think it's a website, but
Can you guys hear this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
You had to play the Arnold, Paul.
of course.
You
Yeah.
should. Yeah, I was gonna say, why didn't you queue up the right there? Perfect opportunity.
Okay.
Okay, set you up.
I'm sorry.
I hope so. I hope you're sorry.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
It is a tumor.
We have the Spanish Arnold visiting us in chat.
We do. See. Por supuesto. Does that mean well done? No. You told me what that was before, Ashley, and I can't remember for the life of me. There you go.
Por super supuesto.
For supuesto, exactly. Okay. Now I'm ready for the checklist. Finally.
Powers.com is a real website. No matter.
Yes, it is.
Even if you click on it, it says it's dangerous to go in there.
Turn back.
There's no viruses by me.
Why are you
It's
Pinocoing
between-
me? I really don't remember, Ashley. I'm just doing my best over here. Okay.
Pinoco?
That's so see the emote that Ashley put
Oh
in
yeah,
chat?
that's her.
That's Punoko is the how you type it out. Jeff, well, I'm glad Jeff knows what it means. You guys know Spanish, of course. He knows what it means. Okay, Paul, what'd you do today, Paul?
Don't you hate it when you're taking a drink of water and you fart, and then all of a sudden it tastes like you're swallowing poop flavored water?
Wow,
that's
Kitos. What? I don't know. Kitos, what were you doing today?
I was debating what to have for dinner between pizza or chicken strips. I don't know, just anything.
Good choices. Good choices. I approve.
Yeah.
All right. I think you guys are good. I will have to do Andrew when he gets
Okay.
here.
Don't
Did
worry.
you get
Everything is under control.
Since we don't do games that often, I was thinking we'd still keep it to 3 and 3. 2 likes, a classic maker, 2 dislikes, a tragic maker. Do you have those? Do you have those, Kitos?
I can come up with a third dislike.
Okay. That was super easy.
I got an extra one if you want one.
Do you have a spiritual topic, Kitos?
Was I supposed to prepare one?
Yes, every time.
I always forget.
Here, Francisco.
You know what? I was been racking my brain on this one.
Yeah,
I got one.
Okay,
The
spiritual
only one-
topic.
You don't have to
go
come
ahead.
up with it now. I mean, you don't have to say what it is now, but I have.
Poop yeah, right, Tungsten.
I can only come up with a speculative one.
That's fine.
It's kind of like, It's almost as simple as yes or no, but we could elaborate.
It's to relate with Mega Man, right?
Yes,
or it can trigger something.
I think I can come up with something.
All right.
Okay. I have water.
Very good.
Oh, jeez, I totally forgot. Man, bad host. Kitos, can you record just your end by itself? Just you?
Yeah. Paul talked me through it.
Thank you, Paul. This is why. See, everyone who wants to start a podcast. I mean, you can do it solo.
You have to have a game correspondent.
It's helpful if a good XO and a good game
That
correspondent.
way.
That way. That way.
Of course, reverse.
Okay.
Where do you want me to start that recording?
Oh, here's Andrew. Hold on.
He'll give us
awesome. Just
a
got
mark on
home
when to start.
So Andrew's gonna get set up here in a second. He's just got home. Oh yeah, I'll tell you when to record. We'll do a count like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 mark.
Okay, sounds good.
What Bobo say? What did he say?
That's why you should have your own Paul J.
Paul J.
Powers.
Powers.
Available at pauljpowers.com.
Did you do the? I don't see checks on here, Paul, for Mind Meld and
Oh yeah,
technicals.
sorry.
Did
I
you do
forgot
all
to
those
check.
already?
Yes,
It's
I
okay
did.
as long as you did them.
Yeah.
I have to do the oath for Andrew.
Oh, let me cue that
What
up.
happened to Francisco? Did Disney did the? You know what, Dapper Man? No, I'm just trying to be robotic. We're doing Mega Man 2, trying to be silly. We think it's a rash. Actually, seriously, the camera's over here. Seriously, actually,
How many cameras you got on you?
I just have one. You must be rich.
No, I was thinking of Friends where with fat Monica. It's like the camera adds 10
right. How
pounds.
many cameras are actually on you? Okay.
Well, how many cameras
Hey guys,
are on?
I'm here.
Hey, Andrew. Can you hear us?
Welcome.
That face, Francisco. I love it, dude. Looks good.
Andrew, I totally forgot to ask you. Are you able to, like in Audacity or something like that, record just your audio on your end? So not anyone else's, just yours.
Yeah, I can do.
Fantastic. Because then I'm gonna have everyone send me their audio files.
Let me get my
and
headphones
I'll
really
put them
quick.
together.
Good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll get my headphones on really quick. Let me just test out the audio really fast.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Yeah, we can do
And
that.
I'm not asking stop times for any of y'all because we're all Pacific time.
All right, 3 a.m.
Yay!
Yes. Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Audio files, D-Tungsten. Exactly.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means whatever you want it to mean. Okay.
Get out!
Okay. You get
Here we go.
Put the cookie down.
Oh man, it is. Sorry, on my
Stop
I'm
whining.
recording in Audacity. I'm doing a test track.
That's fine.
Uh-huh.
Test track.
Are you recording me too?
Yeah, make
Nope,
sure you
should
don't
be
hear
just
any
my
of us
audio.
on them. Fantastic. Okay.
Very
So
good.
Don't start that
Should be
yet.
coming- you guys are coming through my headphones.
Okay. Don't start it
Okay.
yet. I'm going to hit say 5, 4,
See,
3, 2,
my
1
audio
mark
is
when I
so
want you to
quiet.
start it. Can you still hear
This
us,
is me
Andrew?
being Pacific. I can still hear.
I can still hear him too. I just want to make sure he can hear us.
Okay.
Actually says
Okay.
not all of us are cool enough to be in Pacific time. Some of us are in Mountain and or other times. I mean,
Mountain's a pretty cool time too.
yeah, I mean, all the times are cool. It's just all I was saying is it's nice to not have to worry about other times because I do feel bad when people are like up at like 3 a.m. just to record this podcast. So
Yeah.
very appreciative of. Not that I'm not appreciative of Kitos and Andrew and Paul.
I don't know.
Let me just shovel
yeah.
down here. Andrew, let me know
Gonna say
when
you're digging yourself
I have
deeper
a-
there, man.
exactly. Let me know when I have a checklist to go through.
Yeah,
Let me know when
Toby,
you're ready.
you gotta take the oath. The oath? Put your hand on your heart and cross your eyes.
Can you bring up? Thank you, Paul. Can you bring up that the email I sent you that has the oath that I need to record you saying at the top, Andrew?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh man.
I'm behind the times, you tungsten. Oh my gosh. I can see the end of numbers coming. You know what? And I was getting ready. I'm sure. Well, you all not right here. You all just be ready. Watch. There's gonna be no Ednas tonight, and you're all gonna be so sad. You don't want to hear your team wumps. Get out of my face with that. Go get a team smote you sticker, Paul. The right team.
Wait. What does it say right here?
I can't read. I don't know how to read. What? You have a womp sound?
You mean besides the sad trombone?
All you guys in your team womps, where is Real RK? I need a team smoke you here.
Okay. Now we're having fun.
You guys should put in bets how many Ednas you think there will be.
Yeah.
It's not probable, Ashley, but it's possible.
Hey, what program are you guys using to do that?
To do
what?
Cool.
Which one?
The backgrounds.
Oh, it's a highly sophisticated algorithm that I programmed. You know what?
Wait,
why is it get here on me?
It's like Snap Camera. I think is just do a search for that and you can download it.
Okay, cool.
So
this is perfect.
You guys are looking fairly pixelated to me. Actually, Paul's not too bad now.
I'm blurry, but my background is amazing.
That's true. That's weird.
Yeah, come on.
1,267 Edna modes. Really, Dapper Man?
Sure. You got to start somewhere. Let's see. Can you read the writing on the inscription on my ring? No,
I can't. I can see it's a ring, but I can't read it.
But it's not focusing.
15. When your own daughter, declares you're a want princess.
There we almost go. Come on. Come on, you had it.
The one
Good.
Princess, Princess chose the wrong side.
Stay focused.
You know what's sad? Guys?
Stay focused.
I asked, I ordered myself a Team Smote You shirt, and I asked my son, "Hey, do you want a Team Smote You shirt like me, or a Team Womp shirt like your sister?" Team Womp shirt.
Very good.
No, it's not very good. 10 Ednas. Hey, Oracle. We're still getting set up. We're waiting. Oh, there he is. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Yeah, Mike, it's so weird. I think I sent you a picture back on Facebook, but it's like sometimes my connection's going great and other times it's not. And I'm like, what the heck's going on? Yeah, I don't know. It says it's 10 out of 10, so
all right. Well,
all right then.
Especially since it's just audio. I'm surprised. Wait.
Yeah, because you guys
oh my gosh.
You guys were cutting out like a lot, and I'm like, I cannot make out anything anyone's saying.
On your end.
It was probably I'm not gonna lie, it probably was.
There goes Ketos. Hey, Ray Will. Look at the bright side, Francisco. You have smart kids. I like that backhanded compliment, Bobo. Team Womp is validated. Picture. Oh my gosh, you guys. Got crash.
You should ask your kids.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Lord God, I pray over Geek Devotions, Dallas and Celeste, that they have a great weekend. Everything that's going on in their lives, Lord, I pray that it goes well, that you protect them, provide for them, that they pursue more and more each day, and that they have a great weekend ahead of them. Amen. Thanks for being here, guys. See you later.
Help Ketos figure out the snap camera.
Amen.
Well, it should be the gear. It looks like you had it for a second there.
Yeah, and it just needed to choose what filter you wanted.
I want one Team Womp and one Team Smoked Pillow. Yes, that works. I
like me, I look like Scott Pilgrim and his exes, and Mega Man Scott Pilgrim.
You do. You do look like
to fight.
So for Team Smote You, for one of them, like I'm gonna have one with the words. I think the other one, I'm just gonna take the S, that's a lightning, and make that like the symbol. You know how the Womp, we have the actual Womp icon. So I think I'll do that. Anyway, Andrew. Can you read if you can still hear us and everything, can you read the oath thing? And let me know when you're ready and I'll record it.
Yeah, it's in my email. I'll go ahead and get that. Already do Mark, because if I didn't get it.
No, we have not. We
like the Mark.
Yeah, we're not recording yet.
We have not done that yet. And Ashley, it's not a version of Team Smote You Team Womp one. Okay, ready?
Oh, that'd be cool. The Cellcast game, a hat with both.
Sorry, I'm trying to get.
Okay, no
I'll try it on my phone. I'm
look at my
terribly sorry, guys. Oh boy. Okay.
No,
I know I have your email here.
Okay.
My computer's just deciding. I'm gonna close.
Going to talk to you about something very important.
Okay, friend.
It just wishes it was on Team Womp. What wishes it was on Team Womp, Ashley?
Come on.
I pledge allegiance to the flag. Oops, that's not the. Nice, Star Fox.
There it is.
Okay, I'll this thing out later then.
Okay, that's
You have time.
That's not the oath. Okay, I got it now.
Okay,
Oh, there we go.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right. I, Andrew Simpson, give permission to and the Retro Rewind podcast to use my voice and vocal commentary recorded within the podcast in any past, present, and future recording of the Retro Rewind podcast. Media in perpetuity without any restrictions and with no expectations of the Retro Rewind podcast.
So I'm gonna have you do that again, Andrew, because you're bandwidthing a lot.
I was about to say that would not hold up in court.
And the one word is perpetuity. Perpetuity.
Ah.
It's fine. Most people don't get it.
Yes. So go ahead again when
dang.
you're ready.
Oh, perpetuity. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that. All right.
No worries. Perpetuity, closest you can get to it is fine.
All right.
It just means that you'll hand
All
over
right.
your life
I
savings. that's
Simpson. Oh, okay. Sorry. I, Andrew Simpson, give permission to Francisco Ruiz Retro Rewind podcast to use my voice and vocal commentary recorded within the Retro Rewind podcast in any past, present, and future recordings of the Retro Rewind podcast in any and all media in perpetuity without any restrictions and with no expectation to receive compensation now or in the future as it relates to past,
Well, I got past and present.
Hello?
I guess in the future.
Can you still hear us, Andrew? You got down to like one bar, it looks like. And it counts if you want to count, Ashley. I'd say it counts. Oh, there you go.
Well, no, that was.
Yeah, it says my connection is 9 out of 10 now too.
Oh, weird. Oh, it's Keithos that went. Okay. So strange.
Yeah, now I'm 5 out of 10. Says one. My connection's fluctuating all over the place. I'm so sorry.
Weird.
Friday night. The
is
neighbors are
weird.
eating up all the bandwidth.
Right, exactly.
That's silly
This
neighbors.
is what I get for cracking about us all being West Coast. This is why
Stop streaming 4K Netflix, neighbors.
Stop it.
I'm on my way.
There you go. Something to look forward to, Ashley. You're building it up.
Let's see.
Well, no, I mean, so honestly, Ashley, I would have said it out loud. You're over here. I would have said it out loud, except I just didn't want to go cover up, Paul. Yes, you. Oh wait, you. There, you're over there.
Are you back, Ethos?
I hopefully he is. Here we go.
Yep.
There
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, here
nice.
we go.
What is that?
I have no idea, but it said face robot.
There you go.
That counts.
So I think it counts, actually. But if you want to hear it verbally, then yes, I guess it doesn't really count. Or audibly. For instance, needs to get the Nintendo Ninja on the phone to hear this. I do. I so do. Oh, now
There we go.
Are you saying I can sue you guys for a possible $30?
What?
Since Dapperman, since there are such thing as frivolous lawsuits, you apparently can sue for anything, anybody for anything. But word of warning, they can counter sue.
I like that.
So
I very much like that. How did you find that one, Keithos?
that's a good one.
I searched Tron.
Nice.
Oh, smart.
Oh, there you go.
Smart. Okay, Andrew. So let's try this one more time. Just one more time.
Okay. Come on, connection. Stay stable so we can get through this. Jiminy Christmas. All right. I, Andrew Simpson, give permission to Francisco Ruiz and the Retro Rewind podcast to use my voice and vocal commentary recorded within the Retro Rewind podcast in any past, present, and future recordings of the Retro Rewind podcast in any and all media in perpetuity without any restrictions and with no expectation to receive compensation now or in the future as it relates to any past, present, and future recordings of the Retro Rewind podcast.
Bam! We did it.
Hey, we did
Mission
it.
successful.
Huzzah.
There we go.
All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you for this podcast.
Thank you for having me. It was a blast.
Praise God, indeed. Yes. I have zero desire to sue anyone for anything. Thank you. I'm glad, Dapperman. Yes. Huzzah. Everyone in chat is very happy. Well said, my man. Okay. So once Paul gets back, we will go ahead and start, guys. And I think, yeah, we'll get going.
Right. Oh yeah, I think earlier, Francisco, I messaged you about freaking Young Indiana Jones. You wanted me to do the same format, right? Just to be sure.
What do you mean the same format?
Like with the kind of how do I word it? Like the notes I took for Mega Man 2, like I did my classic maker and stuff.
Yeah. So
Okay.
though you just had to do one, your favorite thing and your least favorite thing. That's it.
Oh, okay. On Young Indie, because I did watch
Exactly. Oh, perfect.
And we'll
Thank
get
you.
it. No problem. Yeah, and we'll get into that.
Oh gosh. Well, welcome by the way, and I think I said, but in case I didn't, Player Gracie, thank you so much for being here. We're still getting set up for our review of Mega Man 2. This is the Retro Rewind podcast. You can check out our back catalog at retrorewindpodcast.com, where we cover movies, games that are 15 years or older, talking about the things we like, don't like, and whether or not they're still worth your time today. So we're going to get started here pretty soon. I'm just waiting for all my compatriots here to
Yeah, sorry to leave you, Larry. That's a
and
bad
hold on,
episode.
please.
So I guess we tag team. Now it's my Paul J. Powers is a Pepsi man? I guess so, if you count this as being a Pepsi man. Apparently this guy is a Pepsi man because he's on there. But we all know the 2-liter is both soda bottle and toilet bottle. What? No, I do not go to the bathroom in my Pepsi that I drink. Sorry, sir, to disappoint you on that one. But Young Indy fights the Power Rangers mashups. That would be interesting.
So I will be
I'll
right
watch
back,
it.
guys. I have to go put my daughter back to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sounds good
And
to
then
me.
have first day of the oath. All right. and just out of curiosity, did you guys, both of you, and now he left? I didn't know that was possible. He created the hangout session.
What the heck?
So did you guys both watch the Young Indiana Jones episode?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, we'll save it for the podcast. I was just curious because sometimes we have guests on who aren't able to fit that in their schedule. So okay, that's good. We have more fodder to chew on later. Paul doesn't know how to be less white. That's why he drinks Pepsi. Okay.
What? What's that?
I don't know. I do get a tan, so that makes me less white. So I do know how to be less white. So there. No, I meant the Japanese superhero Pepsi Man. Oh, I don't know what they're talking about. Do. It's a good thing that this pre-stream.
I do.
You know how to be less white, or you know how to
Oh no, I know. No, I know who Pepsi Man is. Man.
Oh,
I
is that any?
Yeah.
Is
Sorry,
that
I
anything
heard
like
that.
Duff Man.
and then
Duff Man is here.
actually, I think it kind of is. He's oh man, I swear it was from my understanding, it was Pepsi's mascot in Japan. And yeah, he has a really cool jingle. I'll give it that. If you look up the jingle for it, it's so yeah, they have
Hold
like
on.
commercials up. Oh yeah,
Pepsi
please
Man
look.
jingle. Pepsi
Man.
jingle. Hold on, I've got to hear this. All right, hold.
It looks like Cellcast Gaming put. Oh, yes.
That's it.
There
Or is
should
there
be
more to it?
There should be more.
Because that's I played with the YouTube version, and that was hold on. Thanks for letting me down, YouTube.
Gosh,
It's only
YouTube.
4 songs. Pepsi Man joins the fight. Oh, it's a custom jingle.
I think that's it. I posted it.
All right.
Oh yeah, there it is. I think.
Okay. I think
Man.
so.
Let's see. How do I get
what's
that to
mine?
my soundboard? Ketos of 20XX. Nice.
So, real quick, guys.
Uh-oh.
Andrew, do you have your 2 likes and a classic maker, 2 dislikes and a tragic maker for Mega Man 2?
I sure do.
Okay. Did you have any spiritual speculation topics?
Yeah, I think I messaged you that. And yeah, I think that's the
You probably
that's the
did. I
question
haven't
I
checked my
went in
messages
with. Yeah,
recently.
I should be prepared.
Okay.
I should be all good to go.
Awesome. Hey, Cass. Thank you, Star Fox.
I can read it to you if you'd like, or would you like to save it for the show?
Just save it for the show. That's fine.
Okay.
We did that.
Cool.
I think. Okay, guys. I think we're good. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready.
Darn it. I have to open Audacity. Okay.
Thumbs
Have
up.
that open, please.
It's
oh yeah,
it's
thank
there.
you. Yeah, I can't see you.
No worries. Thumbs up's there though. I promise.
Cool.
Wait, what? What's happening?
Are we ready to record? Like hit record on Audacity. Are you ready
Yeah.
to do that?
You're
Not
ready.
that
Except
you're doing it, but you're ready to do it.
My thumb keeps disappearing, but it's up.
Good, I'm glad All right.
I love
here we
it.
go. On mark. 5, 4. You're gonna hit
Wait for
record
it.
on Audacity.
On Audacity. Okay.
On Audacity. So your own track, just your own track.
On the
is
first
recorded.
or
On Mark.
On mark.
on Mark. Okay.
Not Matthew, Luke, or John,
5,
but Mark.
4, 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Test.
Test.
All right.
test.
Okay.
Test. That should be good.
Excellent.
I think it should be
Realized-
good.
I had you guys. I was gonna screw it up, and I was gonna have everyone on all the tracks, and then I just realized, oh yeah, I had to put me all the way to the left, everyone else all the way to the right. So now I'm actually good.
Fancy
But
pants.
I realized that. Yes, I am fancy, quite fancy. Oh hi, Mark. Okay, guys. Edna mode isn't starting yet. We're not starting the show yet, so this is, I guess, pre-show kind of Edna mode because it's in the Edna mode section. But okay, I think we're good then, guys. Paul, will you say a quick prayer over this, please?
Sure. Thank you, Lord, for watching over us. We can't have enough prayer, but I pray that all goes well, that we have a fantastic, fun time, that we'll remember fondly, and that there'd be no more glitches or any things that would cause distractions, the negative kind. But may you be glorified through it all. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I did forget one more thing I need to do. I don't have
Of
the
course.
trailer
Amen.
pulled up.
You always forget one thing.
Oh my gosh.
I bet you'll forget something else later in the
Yeah,
show.
no.
Just a bet. Just
So we have
a
Edna.
bet.
Don't start ketos. Okay, now you want to get this on its own tab.
All right.
Make this full size.
Who's ready? Let's do this.
Right on cue.
You got us for 3 minutes.
3 minutes of playtime.
You ain't going nowhere.
Okay, not yet. I'm not ready yet. Why are you turning it on right now? Okay. So that's going to go like that. I want this. No. Like this. Not now. Oh my goodness.
Later.
Exactly. All right. There we go. Okay. I think we're. Oh, my giddy aunt.
There you go.
Oh, okay. That's what I want. Okay.
My aunt, she's kind of giddy.
Stop with the whomps, guys. I don't need more pressure.
What do you know about pressure?
Pressure. All right. I know plenty. Okay, here we go. Thumbs up or audible thumbs up if you're ready to actually start the show.
Thumbs up, baby.
There we go.
Okay. All right, here we go. In 5, and I'm just starting it. In 5, 4, 3. Oh, turn off the phone, Francisco. and turn it up all the way.
Good. Stop having Commissioner Gordon call me. Use the bat signal.
5, 4, 3. Silence. Silencio, por favor. That means thank you, Ashley and Star Fox, in case you weren't sure. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Evil alien robots, beware when you are faced with a super fighting robot, Mega Man, on this episode of the Retro Rewind podcast.
Reflux capacitor fluxing. Crew to stations. Scanning for Mega Man 2, 1988. Prepare to rewind in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, Rewinders and new listeners, to the Retro Rewind podcast, where we take a fresh look at movies and games from 15 or more years ago. I'm your captain of the pod, Francisco Ruiz, and I'm joined by your XO and mine, Paul, the master interrupter, robot master powers.
Mega high. That's for all you Captain N fans out there.
Oh my gosh. Also, for this discussion of the game Mega Man 2, we welcome aboard for the first time video game YouTuber and streamer Andrew Simpson. Hey, Andrew.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Doing well. In addition to Andrew, our one and only games correspondent and tactics officer, Kitos Ruiz, is back for our Mega Man 2 review. Welcome back, Kitos.
Thank you guys for having me back.
Of course. And now that you have a quick flyby of who we are, Paul, can you give us a quick overview of the production specs for Mega Man 2?
Okay, I'll go over the specs for Mega Man 2 that was originally released on the Nintendo Entertainment System, not the Game Boy or any other remakes thereafter.
Good.
Mega
point,
Man
Paul.
2, you're welcome, was released December 24th in 1988. So it made a somewhat good Christmas gift, maybe. We'll talk more about that later. It runs 3 hours on average to beat time.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you're a speedrunner, maybe.
No,
It's
that
rated
was... Go ahead.
average. It took me like, I don't know, 20 years to beat. So average that in.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, ouch.
Rated E for everyone is developed and published by Capcom. It was directed by Akira Kitamura. I'm sorry about these names. It was programmed by Nobuyuki Natsushima, with lead artists being really. I think you purposely do this to me, Francisco. Give me all these names to try to pronounce.
No.
Okay, lead artist. Here we go. Being Suyaki Kishimoto and Noya Tomita and Kaiji Inafune and Akira Kitamura. The music was composed by Takashi Tatashi. I don't know.
Well done, Paul.
Are you ready for the box office trivia game? Even though it's not a box office.
I was going to say, I'm curious what this is going to be, but I am ready. Andrew and Kitos and everyone here in chat, are you all ready?
Yes.
I guess I'll take that as a yes.
Yes, sir.
What are the rules?
All right. Well, the budget for Mega Man 2 cannot be substantiated since precise records were not kept after Tannen shot a newspaper editor after printing an unfavorable story about him. However, since its 1988 release, Mega Man 2 has sold over 1.5 million copies worldwide.
Ooh. I imagine it made money with that.
Yeah, this game is also the highest selling in the Mega Man series. So
Really? Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Wow.
Like number
No
of
wonder
units
that
sold, essentially?
yeah, it's in Capcom's highest selling games of all time. So the question is, how high do you think it ranks among the top 100 best-selling Capcom games?
Wow.
Ooh.
The top 100.
That's a
All
good
right.
question.
That is a good question. Let's start with Kitos. What's your games correspondent's estimates?
Out of the top 100 for Capcom? Wow.
Yeah.
Top 100 Capcom games.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I wanted clarification on that too. I was like, Capcom,
Man.
oh, that's different.
What's a Capcom?
I'm gonna go with 80.
80.
Rank
80.
80. Yeah.
All right. Andrew, what's your guess?
Oh man. Oh, that's a good question. I think I'm gonna go with 50, right in the middle.
50?
Right
All right.
middle. Good job.
Let's see. In chat, we have 5 from Cellcast, 13 from Dapperman. Star Fox says 10. Those are the guesses so far. Yeah, so pretty high up in
Where's
chat.
Bobo
seems
with
to
the
think.
42?
I'm sure it's implied.
Okay.
Or implicit, whatever. Well, it needs to be implicit. Okay. Anyway, for me, I'm gonna guess my lucky number 13.
Okay.
So, Paul, what is the final? Where did it finally end up in the top 100?
According to Wikipedia, which anybody can change the answer to their number.
Sure.
Most accurate information.
It is 58. So Andrew wins.
Oh,
Andrew,
nice.
Good job, Andrew. 58.
Well,
Well
thank
done.
you. Thank you.
And thank you, Paul, for those factoids. And let's see if any of them factor into our memory mind melt or subsequent roundtable discussion, which we will get into once Alice has located our target game.
Alert, alert. Approaching target. Spoilers incoming. Establishing analysis vector.
あのロックマンが帰ってきた。まだまだ懲りないドクター・ワイリーの野望。グレードアップした8ステージの強敵ロボット。面白さ2倍。究極の痛快アクションゲームロックマン2ドクター・ワイリーの謎。
I don't know if that sounds awesome or scary.
Well, regardless of how it sounds, that commercial probably didn't bring back many memories about Mega Man 2 unless you grew up in Japan. But to give you some context for the things we collectively remembered most before our replay, here is our memory mind melt synopsis for Mega Man 2. So for the story, what we remembered is Mega Man has defeated Dr. Wily once already, but Dr. Robotnik, has returned with 8 new robot masters, and now it's up to Mega Man to put a stop to him and his robots who have turned on humanity by stealing their powers. As for gameplay, great platforming action with fun new bosses, and I think this is the intro of Rush. You go from left to right, running and gunning through various stages and culminate in a boss fight with one of the 8 robot masters. Upon a robot master's defeat, you get their signature weapon, which can be used against one of the other bosses to do double the damage. Repeat this 7 more times, and you'll have earned a one-way ticket to Skull Castle, where Dr. Wily is waiting. But really, I don't know because I never played Mega Man 2. This will be the first time playing it. And then for multiplayer, this is Mega Man. You save the world solo. No multiplayer, is there? Most of that was pretty accurate, but there were a couple things that were decepted.
Dr. Robotnik makes sense. I mean, there are robots.
It does. And also, but another thing though, that Rush isn't in this. It's just items that give you platforms or whatever. But based on those memories, as flawed, so flawed as they were, what rating did they lead you to predict for this game before replaying it? Classic, nostalgic, or tragic? And let's also add. No.
Oh, you were gonna cut that out. Come on.
I was, but I wasn't gonna put it in. We've talked about this. Like,
oh,
like
that's
that.
right. You're right. I'm sorry.
But now because
you
of the
got
comedy,
to.
I have to. Thank you for increasing the Edna mode counter. I can't.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. We're on such a good course for no Ednas. And
you know that wasn't going to happen.
It could have happened, Paul.
No.
If we make it through the rest of this recording with no more Ednas, I'm holding you on account.
You should.
Classic for the game, tragic for the gameplay, says Ashley. Okay, we're going to continue on.
Hey.
So where was I?
Back on course.
Sorry, there's a bug that was bothering me. That's what I was.
Oh yeah, there's an Edna mode and a womp womp bothering you. Okay. Center, focus.
Exactly. Water.
Petty, thrust.
Thrust. Good. Okay, so we're gonna go around and do predictions. Okay. End of Edna mode. So, based on those memories, as flawed as they were, what range did they lead you to predict for this game, Mega Man 2, before replaying it? Classic, nostalgic, or tragic? Let's start with Andrew. What was your prediction for Mega Man 2?
Before playing again, I think I went with nostalgic.
Nostalgic?
I remember playing it when I was very little. That was when I was introduced to Mega Man.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't my first Mega Man game, but it was at my mom and stepdad's wedding. My cousin had copies of Mega Man 2 and 3. And at that point, I was just like, whoa, I just want to play more. I just thought it was so cool. And I think as a kid, yeah, I definitely loved it. But going into it now, I don't know,
Fair
man.
enough.
But
Fair
it was,
enough.
yeah.
And Kitos, what was your prediction?
Yeah, so this was actually going to be my first time playing it, so I had no prior experience at all.
Okay.
So I actually predicted it would be nostalgic.
Nostalgic as well. Paul, how about you?
Well, after a review of the first Mega Man game, which was tragic,
We didn't review the first Mega Man game.
I thought we did.
Mega Man 3. We like to
Did
start
we
with
review
number 3,
Mega Man
remember?
3 that was tragic?
Was it
Wow.
tragic? I didn't rate it tragic.
Maybe I did. I just
I can see
remember
that.
reviewing a Mega Man NES game that was tragic. Thought it was the first one. This old man's getting older, so I thought this would also be tragic because it's.
Okay.
I thought, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, and for me, I actually predicted classic because I feel like the gameplay was probably gonna hold up well. I was remembering Rush being in. I was like, oh well, this is where we get Rush and stuff, and that's cool. And do get
No, that's
Sly
three.
here? I can't remember.
That was tragic.
I know that now, Paul. The tragic one, yeah. So I predicted classic. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if those predictions come true. But first, let's get into our discussion of the things we liked most about Mega Man 2. Let's spin up our
That's 3.
top 3 things we like, and let's start with Kitos. What is your what is one thing you liked about Mega Man 2?
I think one of the cool things was actually just figuring out since I was new to it and I've never played it before. This is the first time I got to go into a Mega Man game and not know which weapons were good against which bosses.
Oh, nice.
There's the internet for that now.
Well, I tried to do it without looking up anything or any of that.
There
So
you go.
I really enjoyed that gameplay of, oh, does this work against this? Does this work against this? Like, I was the one actually figuring it out and testing it.
Nice.
And there was a lot of fun gameplay in that.
Very,
Very cool because that was also my first is figuring out which weapon beats which boss and that kind of thing. Yeah, that whole puzzle part, figuring that out. Yeah.
Awesome. Andrew, were the figuring out the weapons something that you really liked, or is there some other element that you enjoyed about this game?
I think for me, it wasn't so much figuring out the Robot Master weaknesses, but I actually did really like the design. They're all very classic designs, and I see them on Paul's background, and yeah, they're great. They're also very unique, and I think it's funny now how there's a Robot Master named Metal Man, and I can't, now that I know what metal as a music genre is, I can't help but think of him as the heavy metal dude.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a headbanger.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Speaking to the design, and I actually went a little goo goo gaga over this when I was playing this on stream, but I thought and I'm appreciating this about NES games in general more and more. The pixel art on this was so well done. I mean, I was just sort of like going on and on about this one in, I forget whose stage it was. It's where there's water. Is that Bubble Man?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's Bubble Man.
Yeah, Bubble Man had water. Yeah.
And he has these frogs sort of at the introduction. And they have a big frog that spits out these little frogs. And I was just so enamored with that. The smaller frog is like 5 pixels by 5 pixels or something. And that they could pack in the idea of what a little frog is in 5 pixels of information was just blowing my mind. I was loving that, and this overall the level design, how each one looked so good, and all with what I'm learning are the limitations of the NES. I was just floored by it. So that was something I really enjoyed. Let's go back to
impressive.
Paul. Yeah, totally, Andrew. Let's go back to Paul. What's something else you enjoyed?
So one of the things that I enjoyed about this game was figuring out the puzzle in the same strategy of puzzle solving was the levels themselves. Some of them, were just straightforward, like jump and shoot, but some you had to figure out like, okay, I need to get to this platform, and I enjoyed the puzzle solving among the levels. I do have an extra dislike, though. I wish that I could figure out those levels without so many deaths. Oh my goodness. It was just, you mess up by a pixel and you're dead, and it was just so many. I wish that there was like a floor. I know there were like holes where you dropped through, or there was lava or spikes. I just wish that some of those puzzle figuring out ones didn't have instant deaths if you were wrong and you had to start way back. Sure, there would be a checkpoint, but I enjoyed the puzzle solving of the levels.
Nice.
In general.
Yeah. Kitos, was there anything about the levels that you really dug?
Yeah, some of the levels I think had pretty great music.
Oh yeah,
I thought some of the levels definitely had good music.
Yeah,
some fell a little flat to me compared to some of the other Mega Man games I've played. But
was there?
I think overall it had good music.
Was there a stage that you liked the most, or you recall liking the most?
I think
that one that sounded pretty cool.
It was I think it was it Heat Man? I have to listen through them again, but
yeah.
I think it was Heat Man.
I definitely enjoy Heat Man, Metal Man.
Heat Man, I didn't play that level. Was She-Ra on that?
Dun, 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 dun. No, Heat Man, Paul.
Oh man, I thought it was going to be He-Man.
Metal Man, and also I really like Dr. Wily's Castle. That was a very iconic stage. Yeah, Wily Stage 2. Yeah, it says Cellcast.
I like the beginning of each level.
Yes,
yeah,
that's iconic.
Oh, wow. Andrew, did the music make your like list, or something else that really stuck out to you?
Oh, absolutely. Music is hands down my favorite thing about any Mega Man game. In general, it's always got good music. And yeah, I have to say my favorite theme, and I think a lot of people kind of agree, is just Dr. Wily. The so good.
Yes,
so good.
Absolutely.
And the opening theme is great as well. It's a classic.
Actually, I just realized
What did you realize? Did you forget something again?
No.
I'm really about
Fine.
this.
End the motor. Whatever, guys.
All right.
These bugs, I don't know where they're coming from.
Someone add to the counter.
They're bothering me. And then Kitos just had to mock me about it. What was it? Where was it going with that? Oh,
Something
so
else
I
I
want to. No. There's just something else I want to say. Well, who was just talking now? Andrew, right? About the music was so iconic. And
and the beginning
Wily,
music is what he was saying at the very
the
beginning.
beginning music. Okay, I missed that. Ashley. Okay, so let me get out of it in a moment. Okay, all the music. So much of the music is definitely iconic. I agree with you. I am curious, Kitos, you didn't mention Wily Stage 1, and that makes me curious. Who have all beat this game? Let's just go around real quick and mention whether or not you beat it or not.
No.
I was able
He came out right and said no.
All right. How were you able to beat the Robot Masters at all?
How far did you
get? Yeah. I got all the masters. I died on
good
Wily
job.
stage.
Wily Stage.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It does get harder and harder. That's one of the I found it didn't make my like list, but I thought it was interesting how it seemed to progress in difficulty, which is hard to do for a game like this.
Paul, did you end up beating it?
I did. Surprise! I didn't think I was,
Wow.
but I was able to. First time that I beat it. So
Awesome! Congrats. And Andrew, I assume you beat it.
Yes, I did, and so okay, I played it on the Mega Man Legacy Collection that came out like a few years back, and it has a rewind feature.
nice.
I
love
chose
that
difficult.
feature.
Yes, I chose difficult for my difficulty because I'm like, why
Yeah.
not? I
Yeah,
can
I
do
can
this. I've
rewind,
beaten
why
this game
not?
1,000 times. Well, there's that too, but I'm just like, yeah, I got all the, I've beaten this game a handful of times. Why not? It'll be entertaining. Oh boy, there were some things I forgot about, and I'm like, oh yeah, the little can enemies that are like stacks of cans. They
Yes.
take 2 shots instead of 1, and when you shoot them the first time, they will drop cans on you. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Little things like that.
I thought those were a little easy to get by, but okay. That
Well,
makes
I played
sense.
mine on the easiest level, so
I did.
I
I
can't
did as
really
well. I did.
comment on it.
Normal as well, but I beat it too. So, and that was my first time being it as well.
Oh, great.
Let's see.
Cool.
But I have one more thing I liked before we get to classic makers, and that's just
Hold
back-
on. I would like to say that I
yeah,
think
go
both
ahead.
Francisco and I did use a cheating saving feature rather
Save
than
states,
inputting
yes.
the old password way to go.
Yes,
So
I
that
did,
definitely,
yes.
I wouldn't have been able to beat it without that.
Yeah, I used I had the same one, the Mega Man collection. So I used that to save instead of passcodes because I didn't want to
Yeah.
enter in passcodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, who wants to do that
Yeah.
anymore?
Boring.
This is 20XX.
Exactly. You have to enter your passcodes. What is this? A baby's game? So one more thing I like, just circling back to weapons real quick. I loved Metal Man's weapon. I thought it was so nice just to have it turned on to defeat most all enemies, and then you could shoot up, down, left, right, diagonal. That is just so handy. So I
Yeah.
really liked Metal Man's weapon.
Yeah,
Peter move.
I completely agree. It was like I think it was from X2, Mega Man X2, who had the wheel gator.
Oh,
You remember that
barely-
one?
Oh yeah.
I
It
think
was
so,
like an
yeah.
improved version of that. I was
Yes,
like,
yes,
oh,
yes,
this
yes.
is amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw you cheat
I
a little
agree.
bit when
and
you were.
the metal.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's
Oh, I
what
was gonna
do.
say with Metal Blade. With Metal Blade, it doesn't use that much ammunition when you shoot it, so it's like almost an
Yeah.
alternate weapon.
Exactly.
Yeah, I saw you streaming Francisco a little bit, and I saw you using it on the levels. That's cheating. You're supposed to only use that on the bosses,
Why is that cheating?
because then you'd fill up on the energy. It's like endless. So it's quite a cool weapon.
It's how the game was made.
Yep.
But Paul, apparently you want to talk a lot. So why don't you
Oh
tell us
yeah,
what
that's
the
what I do.
coolest
That's why you
thing
invited me on the podcast.
about this game is for you? What did you love
It's
the
actually
most?
what you said earlier. Is the character
Oh.
design on this
Oh, nice. Okay.
is my favorite. I was first introduced to this by going over and watching my second cousin play it at
Mhm.
her house, and I wanted to replay it just based on the character design. Like,
Oh,
this looks
wow.
like a fun game to revisit just for the characters to play these characters.
Yes.
And so I think it's fabulous, and it's very colorful, and it's fun to revisit.
Absolutely. Kijos, what makes it the most revisitable for you?
Definitely the fact that it's challenging. It offers probably some of the most challenging gameplay from a Mega Man game
Right.
that I've seen. So
Play Mega Man 1 if you want a challenge.
Fair.
but it wasn't just the enemies or their patterns of learning all that. It was actually some of the jumps and jump puzzles too.
Yeah,
That I
that
was
died
really
so many times on.
I know, right? There's that one where the blocks keep disappearing and appearing.
Yes.
That one took me
boy.
a long time to figure out.
That was probably my longest too. Yeah,
I enjoyed that bit the most, and I was able to acclimate to figuring it out pretty quickly.
We'll talk more on that later.
This is the big
just
one, the big like, right? So
yes, this is the big like.
And exactly, I do enjoy that challenge, but it definitely
that's what
took
you mean.
me a while.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, but yeah, the overall challenge of it was really good. I remember when we rented or borrowed this game. When I honestly don't remember if you were even born yet, Kitos, but I remember playing it and thinking this is so hard. I don't remember how far I got in it, but I remember being super hard. So I was very glad to have gone through it and be in it. Let's go.
Wait, you were born after 1988 Christmas time? No wonder I'm getting old and can't remember what we've covered and haven't covered.
Me, no, I was born before it. Kitos.
No, your brother.
Yes,
you said you didn't know if if it was before he was born.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we rented it before he was born.
Never mind, it was a bad joke. That's just getting worse.
Wow. Well, we're not to dislikes yet, so we can't talk about the worst things. But Andrew, what was your favorite thing about Mega Man 2?
Sorry. My favorite thing, my all-time favorite thing, I really love the music. I can't overstate that. Like, it's so good and it's so iconic.
Awesome. Okay. Did you say what your favorite you said like Wily's Castle level 1 was one of your favorites, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hands down. Yeah, and the introduction theme was good too.
That's right. Well, very cool. And then I guess that leaves me with my classic maker, which is I actually liked the faux twist that, and spoilers, Kitos, sorry. The faux twist that Wily was an alien. I mean, it wasn't really, he wasn't
That's
really.
your classic maker?
Yeah, I really like that. I wasn't expecting
Interesting.
I get that.
We'll talk about why that's interesting later.
Wait, Wily's an alien?
Yeah, spoilers.
Spoilers, yeah.
This changes all my Mega Man X lore. Everything is different now.
It doesn't. We'll wait till apparently whatever's interesting that we get to later. It's funny. Paul is doing the old switcheroo on me because I usually am the one who says interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it in play. Fair play.
So let's go ahead and
wait. Did you forget something?
Yes. You're right. It's the boss of forgetfulness. Forget me, man. I forgot. What else I forgot? The other thing I forgot was Strangers and Aliens. This is a conversational podcast and blog that explores the relationship between God and man through the lens of speculative and imaginative fiction. Join Ben Avery, Dr. Jason O'Neill, and Steve McDonald, a trio of Christians who are both fans and creators of story, in their conversation about the intersection of faith and imagination. Find them at strangersandaliens.com.
That's cool, because that's basically what we fought in this game, is a bunch of strangers and aliens.
Exactly. You nailed it, Paul. You nailed it. But
all right, let's talk more about this game.
Yeah, more about maybe some trivia about Mega Man 2.
Yes, please. That'd be cool.
All right. So, did you all realize that Capcom challenged people openly to create new enemy and character designs for Mega Man 2? And they received 8,370 boss submissions. What?
Wow. No wonder they could make so many games.
Right. People from around the world could sketch the designs and send them to Capcom. This effort was so successful that Capcom simply could not fit them all into Mega Man 2, and the influence of these amateur character designs can be seen in many of the dozens of later Mega Man games. So my question to you guys is, if you were going to make a Robot Master one of the bosses of Mega Man, based on a villain from a movie, what would your villain be called? What would that Robot Master be called? So like something man, I assume.
Okay, I'll go first. Yeah. Off the top of my head, I would go with Joker Man, and he would release Smilex gas, green gas.
Did Capcom do the Batman game that's so beloved for
I believe
NES?
That sounds right.
Or is it someone else?
No, it was not Suncoast, but Sunsoft. Yes, that's it.
Sunsoft. Okay, that's right. That's right.
Oh, we have. If it was Capcom, why isn't he in Marvel versus Capcom?
Because he's DC, not Marvel.
I guess that's a good point. Let's see. Tamilios says Shredder Man. Oh, like Shredder, that'd be cool. And Bob, I'm not gonna read that. I can't believe you would put that in.
Man of the Womp?
Womp Man.
Oh, Womp Man.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Andrew, what would your villain be named?
That's a good question. I thought about this a little bit, and I had two, but I'll go with my better one. Thanos Man. Come on.
Oh,
Who wouldn't want the Infinity Gauntlet on there as like their buster?
Wow. Yeah. Nice. Kitos, how about you?
Okay, so I have an idea. I have a full idea, like stage and everything.
Oh, okay. Ooh, give it to us.
Okay, so imagine this. Imagine a pirate ship themed stage, right?
Okay.
Where you're like starting on the beach and you're getting across the water. You got to cross against crocodiles, alligators,
I like it. This is good.
all this kind of stuff till you get to an actual like pirate ship where you then have to, go up the I don't know the terms, ship terms, but go up the hoist and everything,
the gangplank or something. Yeah.
Yeah. You like jump onto the gangplank. You got to go through the ship until you get to the captain's quarters, and that's where the boss is. And the boss is actually Hook Man.
Oh, nice.
On Hook from Peter Pan.
I
that's
like
so
it.
awesome.
Nice. Awesome.
And,
there you go.
and weapon he gives you if you actually beat him is Hook Hand, which allows you as Mega Man 1 to attach to walls like Mega Man X.
Oh, yes.
Oh, gosh.
Love it.
Yes, please.
That's amazing.
Yes, please. Sign me up.
What? Keep us with the whole level. I'll tell you what, I'll do one slightly better and taking a cue from the Dapper Man, I would have a whole game based on superhero titles, villains, where each boss is like that is a famous superhero that ends in man. Like you have Spider-Man, who's like a spider, and then you have a Batman, who's like a bat. But all these like famous superhero names that end in man, and have a whole game based around that. It's like Super Mega Man.
There you go.
That'd be cool.
We have some more from chat. Let's see. Cellcast Gaming says Ivan Oozman. I think that's a My Morphin Power Rangers reference. And Baba with some silly ones. Ivan Wright Man and Gene Hack Man.
Can you team up with the Kool-Aid Man who can bust through walls for you?
Oh, yeah. Tamilio says Bowser Man. Nice. K Rule Man, like from Donkey Kong Country. Let's see. Any more here? Forget about it, man. Yeah, exactly. Forget about it. There you go. All right, guys. Awesome picks. I like all of those.
Great trivia, Francisco.
Oh, thank you, Paul.
And I don't have the next line because I was researching Young Indiana Jones. So hold on, let me.
Well, while you're researching that, would you like to hear mine? I think I can.
Sure.
A pretty good one.
Okay.
So mine is actually Thing Man. It's based on John Carpenter's The Thing. And what happens
I thought you were talking about the Fantastic Four Thing rock guy.
No. So in this
I was going to say that too.
Rock Man.
You enter the stage and it starts in sort of a monster form, but then it can convert into any boss you've beaten. So it becomes the bosses that you've beaten.
It becomes Hookman. Already beat him.
Hookman and Bowser Man and just all of them exactly. So I think that'd be
you're going to take everybody's answers and make them your answer.
And then you have to use the appropriate weapon in order to defeat it. You have to go keep switching to defeat it. So.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I actually really like that. Yeah. I've always wanted that in a Mega Man boss.
That is pretty cool.
Thank you.
So that was good trivia, Francisco. And I have our previous audience question, which again was, what is your favorite snack food?
Nom, 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 munch, munch, munch. And
do I say thank you or do you say thank you, Bobo?
You say it. It's still under Paul.
Okay. So thank you, Bobo, for submitting an answer. But Drew of the Cellcast wins, actually, with his answer with Gotta Have My Pops.
I'd be curious if that's like
it's a cereal that
pops? Yeah,
but you use it as a snack.
Maybe someone maybe he likes to down soda and calls it pop. I don't know.
I do that with like Life cereal. I have that right here.
Oh, nice.
Just down it. Yeah.
Ah.
All right. So you ready for this episode's listener question?
I am ready. I wonder what it could be.
Let's use the same exact question as a trivia.
My gosh, that's great.
If
Okay.
you were going to make a robot master based on a villain from a movie, what would your villain be?
Awesome. Send your answers to trivia@retrorewindpodcast.com by the time we record the next episode. You can also, if this video gets out in time, leave a comment in the YouTube clip below. That didn't happen last
right
time.
now.
That's
Go
why
to
I say-
youtube.com.
Yeah. But usually if you're listening to this episode and send the email, I usually have a week and a couple days by the time this episode drops. But now that we have all had some trivial fun, let's find out what memories you, our awesome rewinders, had about Mega Man 2. So Drew Dodgen says this song, and I didn't pull it up, so let me do that real quick.
You want me to pull up the next one?
So that's Dr. Wily's stage, just like we were talking about before. No, you don't have to worry about that, Paul. Go ahead.
Okay. Ryan R. Jackson says, my first intro to Mega Man. Mine too, Ryan. He goes on to say, I love this game. Love it still. The music rocks. The gameplay rocks. Bosses rock. Yeah, it just rocks.
Is that a pun on Rock Man, I wonder? Christian and Nerdy 2.0 says, the music.
John Harju says, this YouTube clip.
So it's a boy playing, it's a Magic Man parody. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing. Sorry, John. I wasn't sure what I was watching. But yeah, thank you for putting that. I plan on watching it later. You're lying. Dang it. Because I want to go back. I don't want to say, I didn't listen to that, John. So sorry about that.
Oh, you lose.
So yeah, that's a clip called. Let me just cue that up again. So you said this clip. Yeah. So John left a YouTube link to a Psycho Stick Mega Man official music video, Heart Magic Man parody. So thank you so much for that, John. And then Kevin Joshua Burnham says something I should play. At least I know a certain someone won't say it's a tragic game because it's not Disney. I know who you're talking. Who are you referring to there, the Dapper Man?
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense. David Bobke says Skip Rogers,
who
he put out a video on these walkthroughs of these old Nintendo games.
Exactly, and it actually turned out very helpful while to have Bobo in stream because he would mention some of the Skip Rogers stuff that would help me actually complete the game. Michael Fraley says this is one of my favorite games of all time, if not my number one pick. It was it has fantastic level design, with the exception of Wily Stage 3. Definitely a classic in my book. The best thing is that the weapons are effective against more than one boss, creating multiple strategies for boss order.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of frustrating, but it does leave that open, which is kind of nice. LJ Lowry says, because of the difficulty, I don't quite see how these games are so fondly remembered, but it was the Dark Souls of that era, I suppose.
I suppose too.
Slipping into darkness here.
Ashley Cronbitter sort of gears us up for our dislike section by saying, I remember enjoying the music, but being frustrated that I couldn't clear a single stage. Another gem in my Rage Quit collection.
Almost time to bust the D-pad.
Exactly. Destroy that D-pad. But her comment leads us right into the things we didn't like about Mega Man 2. Let's get into our worst three things. And I'm going to kick it over to Paul to kick us off. Kick. Apparently, see, because there's a Mega Man soccer game.
Yeah, which we actually had growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the Super Nintendo. Yep.
Oh,
all right. Okay. Just like for me, besides so many deaths, was that Dr. Wily was actually an alien. I mean, what the heck? It totally I come up with something better. I like Dr. Wily's character. I know you defeated him last time. Break him out of jail or whatever. Don't make him like, oh, it's an alien. Like, what does this mean for all the future? And that goes back to what Keithos was saying, is like, what's going on?
You beat the game, Paul. He's not actually an alien.
Oh, but shoot him! He turned into human form again.
No, he had a hologram. That's what the little things going around was.
I didn't get that. I just thought this was
an alien hologram.
Oh, well, thank you. I was like, why is this thing buzzing around for like a minute? Like, come on.
What is this
Okay.
thing that's doing the same pattern as the alien buzzing around?
It did take a while to go away, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. All right. I could. Oh, so you actually thought he was an alien?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes. Now I can see why you would dislike it. Okay, okay. Because you hate aliens, like ET, right, Paul?
Yeah, because I'm a racist. No.
Wasn't going there at all. I was trying to get you to be on my side that ET is a bad movie, but apparently I can't win that fight. So
No,
let's go
it's a
to
classic.
let's go to Andrew. What is something you didn't like about ET? I mean Mega Man 2.
Oh man, I think where to begin? I think one of the
So
things I
many
really didn't like was it was one of the bosses. Yeah, it was one of the bosses of Wily Castle. It's called the Boo Beam Trap, and nobody would probably know it by name, but it's the boss where you had to break the walls down and you had to shoot the. You had to
that
kill
was
things
a
with the crash
strategy.
bomb.
Yeah.
So
And
tough. Yeah.
So frustrating. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
oh boy.
And then you ran out of the crash
Don't-
bombs or whatever. Yeah, there's this.
Yeah,
There's
and you
a
had to go
strate-
refill.
Yeah, strategery.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was tough. People had to coach me how to do that on stream. Otherwise, I would have taken me forever. But yeah, that is a overly tough one. I mean, Paul was speaking to all the deaths, the instant kills, but I feel like that boss was a bit too brutal. Just a bit too like if you don't
Not
do it
when
the
you have
right
a
order.
save state, but yes.
Well, yeah. Okay. Good point. Good point. Kitos, what's something that was made your dislike list for Mega Man 2?
Okay, I'm just gonna start with this first. The Charge Buster. There's no Charge Buster.
I
Okay,
know.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
coming with coming
I
from
missed
Mega Man.
that.
I need the Charge Buster. Okay, I need to be able
Yeah.
to charge it up.
I know.
Play Mega Man 1. See how you feel about that. There's
Oh.
no charge buster in there.
You get nothing. Yeah, and then you don't actually get the Charge Buster until Mega Man 4. I thought you get it in 3, but no, you don't. You get a slide.
You're like one game
Ooh.
behind. You thought Rush was in this one, and when that Rush is in 3,
am.
and then
It's true. I am like one game behind. Weird. Yeah, I can totally get behind that though, Paul. Kitos. I love the Charge Buster in Mega Man X, but also Mega Man 4.
so spoiled by future games.
I know, I am. And know what else was kind of spoily?
What spoiled you about this game?
I liked, and it was in my like list as a love, but I felt like the metal buzzsaw makes the game a bit too easy.
Well, you're not supposed to use it on the levels, you cheater.
Just use the power shot like I did. Come on. And
Just
maybe,
use the spread gun on everything. You're golden.
wow. This isn't Contra. Maybe if I had the difficulty higher, then that would make more sense.
This game's too easy.
I just felt like at least on normal difficulty, the metal buzzsaw made the game overall a bit too easy to get through. Because yeah, you kill most things are weak against it, and you can shoot in so many different directions. So that's a dislike for me. Let's go back to Kitos. What's something else you didn't like?
The other thing that I didn't like was the equipment music. When you get equipment, right?
Yeah.
The music that
Oh,
plays during
yeah.
that time, I was like, this is not Mega Man. I don't
One
know
of these
what
things
this
is not
is.
like the other. Yeah, exactly.
And that
Yeah.
really threw me off. Every time I beat a boss, I'd be like, oh yes, oh, awesome. And then that
No.
would play, and I'd be like, what?
You're not talking about the da 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 da.
No.
That's after you
Okay.
beat a boss. But
that's when
after
you
that,
beat
when
it, yeah.
Doctor, this goes
Yeah.
right into my second dislike. Is right after when Dr. Light starts speaking to you, you can't press the start button to go past that slow and boring text. It's like,
Oh, yeah. Oh man, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I'm kind of there on that.
Yeah,
Okay, well-
those equipment screens were very lackluster.
Yeah, gotcha. I totally get that. Andrew, what's something else you didn't like?
I was not a fan, and I never have been in a Mega Man game, of the disappearing blocks. I'm not a fan of those.
Oh, come on.
Especially Heatman stage. That second set of them where you got to go over the pit. You know what I did?
Yeah.
Hopped like 4 blocks, equipped item 2, floated over it. That's it. I'm not dealing with that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it any less cool. Now, if you actually did the bricks and remembered, that would be even cooler. I mean, you'd be more of a pro gamer, but I mean, that's fine. If you want to do it the easy way.
Did any of your game kind of like glitch out sometimes and like bricks would like disappear as you're going by and characters kind of like flash in and out, kind of like my hand is doing right now?
That
sometimes.
That has to do with the I noticed the limitations of just saying real quick. That's the limitations of the NES. There's only a certain number of sprites you can have horizontally on screen at one time.
Yeah, this is 20XX. Let's build something into it to make it better.
This is actually 2000X. It's not 20XX. This is like only the first 10 years of 2000.
Wait, we're not in 20XX?
Not in this game. No, it's in 2000X.
No, I'm saying here in our world. This is our time down here.
Okay,
they need to make, when you play these games so that, yes, you can maybe have like an on or off switch where it glitches like it used to. And then like superpower doesn't glitch.
Oh, you want like an HD remaster is essentially is what you're asking for.
They have to do that? I had mine playing on 60 frames a second and it was still glitching out. I'm like, come on.
Here's the thing. I don't think for people that want the original experience, it doesn't make sense to remake the game in the original experience without glitches.
I understand that.
Okay.
So if they can build a rewind feature in, they could build like a non-block and non-enemy disappearing feature.
No, they can't. They just can't.
Fine.
It's impossible.
All right. It's beyond I don't know these programming things.
No else. Now this goes back to one of Paul's.
What really grinds your gears, Metal Man?
Well, Airman stage, that had the most cheap deaths for me with those dumb drills that would come out of the little face.
You're supposed to jump over those.
No, just as you jump onto the platform, that's when they appear, and the guys that would appear, it's just so frustrating.
You know what I found frustrating?
What?
Timing.
Yes. Timing is frustrating. Wow. Know what's sad? It took me too long to get the joke you're making just there. That's sad. In fact, you might even say it's tragic. Let's go into the things that are tragic makers for Mega Man 2. I'm going to go ahead and start because I feel like mine isn't that big of a deal, but I thought, and this is more of a quality of life thing, but it's really annoying to me that for the items I'm 1, 2, 3, and for Flashman, once you started it, you pretty much couldn't turn it off. You had to wait till it just ran out. Just
use it wisely.
I press the button again. It should stop. What's going on?
That's how you learn. Pull a few TVs on top of your head. That's how you learn not to do that.
Wow. So that was my tragic maker for Mega Man 2. Let's go to Andrew next. What's the thing you hated most about this game?
I think, I mentioned it earlier again, the boo beam trap, the crash bomb boss with that just wasn't fair. It just if you especially on difficult where you use more ammunition for your weapons, like a little more. So I had less to work with when I was playing it again, and I'm just like,
gotcha.
This is not fair.
You're right. It's not fair, except it's very fair because that's an amazing part. But whatever, that's okay. Kitos, what did you hate most about Mega Man 2?
The Espanol version.
See,
Mega Senor 2.
No, my tragic maker was definitely, and I'm pretty sure this is biased. So sorry about that, but I didn't like the movement of Mega Man in the slightest. Jumping, movement,
Thank you.
Any of that stuff.
Oh.
Coming from the X series, Mega Man X, as like the first Mega Man I ever played, I can't stand how just slow and like I feel like I'm a rock barely able to
Rockman.
like jump.
He's Rockman.
Yeah, well,
I was just gonna say.
Heavy metal.
it's just timing. Like the actual difficulty was great, but
Mhm.
how it felt to actually play as Mega Man
Yeah.
was the worst. I
Okay.
did not like
You know
it.
what?
Gotcha.
We're on the same length, Keithos. That's why this is also my tragic maker. is I didn't know. I thought maybe it was me because I was playing emulated on a game on my network NAS, so it wasn't even connected to my computer. But I thought the controls weren't as fine tuned as later Mega Man games I was come to expect. There was a lot of unnecessary sliding, even by like a few pixels. So it made it even more difficult when you're trying to jump from block to block without dying and
totally.
sliding off.
Oh,
and that
yeah.
was extremely frustrating. I'm like, look, I'm pressing the buttons. I know I'm supposed to be jumping, but no, I'm falling. So
Yeah.
it was extremely frustrating in the controls.
Yeah, you remind me there like the Heatman stage with the block jumps, right? That
Yeah.
there
Another guy down on the block jumps. Oh my god.
I would do the block jumps, right? But and I would hit the block and fall through it. I'm like, no, because last time I did it at the exact same timing and it worked just fine. And Paul, I don't think it has anything to do with emulators because mine was on that classic version or whatever for the
Okay,
Switch.
good. My emulator's working then.
And it was the same. It was like, okay, I know these are the glitches from yesteryear, but
yeah. And that's what's frustrating there, because I love the Mega Man series as a game, and it's one of the standards that you hold character controls by, because they're, I guess, this was only their second game, and they fine-tuned it as they go along, and it's become such a standard of well-controlled characters that that I personally base things off of. You want a well-controlled character, it's Mega Man. But in this game, they're not quite there yet, and it's infuriating.
Yeah.
Well, does it make it any less infuriating to know that it was almost a passion project of the developers to make this game? Like the Capcom didn't really want them. They said they could work on it if they actually kept up with their other work, because they didn't think Mega Man was going to be a very successful franchise or series or anything.
Not with all those thousands of submissions. Why would people even bother?
Well, I think this is after they had made the game. Or actually, that doesn't make sense. Maybe Wikipedia just doesn't know what it's talking about.
Or maybe they're like, we're not doing that. All right, we don't have any character designers. Let's get the world and let's have them design the characters, and we'll take their ideas.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
Maybe all the submissions were in English, so they didn't know.
Airman, I don't know that. Okay. Wow. All right. So that's I can appreciate that, but. Now that we've entered all our targeting information into the firing computer, Alice, do you have a firing solution for us?
Firing solution complete. Rating salvo at the ready. On your mark.
Alrighty, guys. So, moment of truth time. Do we rate Mega Man 2 a classic? We'd recommend anyone go play this game. Whether or not you've played it before, definitely go pick up. Whether it's on an NES Classic or the Legacy Collection, or maybe even emulate it. Or do we rate a nostalgic? If you remember playing it as a kid, it's worth your time to pick up again, reminisce. But if you've never played it before, maybe go with a Mega Man X series or some other Mega Man Battle Network. Something else, some other Mega Man game. If you're like, I have to play a Mega Man game, but I stay away from this version. Or is it a tragic? It's not worth anyone's time today, whether or not you've seen it, whether or not you've played it before. If you have played it before and have fond memories, don't sully those memories with a replay and stay far away if you've never played it before. So let's start with our newest guest, Andrew. What is your final rating for Mega Man 2?
The French
Yeah, of course. I rated Mega Man 2 nostalgic. While it's not one I started with, and it's not one I would have anybody start with.
Oh, come on.
I still think I know, right? I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I think I could recommend it if someone has played a game before, and at least if you want to know some history about the game, or where it came from or its roots. I can recommend it later, but definitely nostalgic.
Root Man.
And that was your prediction as well. So it sort of stayed true there. Kitos, your prediction was nostalgic. What did your final rating end up being?
My final rating was tragic.
Whoa, getting harsh there.
Well, I mean, especially with what you were just saying, Francisco, about should you, if you had some nostalgic feelings about it, just stay away, keep it good and everything. But I would agree there. And since I don't have any like nostalgic feelings towards it, since it's the first time I'm playing it,
Makes sense.
I mean, I'm comparing it to the whole series of games,
Sure.
Okay.
and
The whole legacy.
I just, there's so many better Mega Man games for people to check out. I would recommend anyone new to the series definitely check out Mega Man X or even later Mega Man games over this stuff. Yeah, so maybe not Legends.
Legends.
Soccer? Don't do soccer.
Don't do soccer. All right.
No.
All right. So tragic from Kitos, our games correspondent. Wow. Paul, what was your final rating? You predicted tragic.
I predicted tragic, correct. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Let me repeat myself. No, but I surprisingly enjoyed this revisit. So, but based on like the character controls and everything else, that I would agree with what has been said before me. This is not a game to start with. If you're new to the series, don't. If you're into 8-bit graphics, check out the character designs. But as far as gameplay, I would start with somewhere else. But if you enjoyed this before, I think you'll enjoy it again. So right in the definition of nostalgic is where I kept it.
Okay, nostalgic. Before we go to my final rating, Rayo says most people consider Mega Man 2 the greatest game of the series. I don't necessarily
That's why it's the number
agree
one
with
selling.
that, but is the consensus that seems to be. And apparently, I'm hook, line, and sinker, hookman, line and sinker for this for that consensus because I actually rated it classic, guys.
All right, wow, we're across the board on this.
I love playing through the game, and I think it helped. Having people help me in chat, like I had essentially the playground buddies helping me, like, what do I do now? Oh, you do this, okay.
I had playground buddies too, but there was pages online.
So from the music, the design, I enjoy playing Mega Man. I think playing as Mega Man X is way more enjoyable, but I still remember playing Mega Man, just vanilla NES Mega Man, and so that didn't bother me, that transition, because I was sort of just, okay, he controls this way. So that didn't bother me. So regardless, I mean, I would play this again. I almost want to just play this again, pick it up and just play through it again. So for me, I rate it classic. Now, given that we have a tragic and classic and then two nostalgics, I feel like the tragic and classic sort of cancel each other out. So according to the Retro Rewind podcast, we rate Mega Man 2 a disputed nostalgic game. We recommend, if you've played this before, it's worth your time to pick up again. But if you've never played it before, go check out Mega Man X, reviewed at RetroRewindPodcast.com, episode 5, RetroRewindPodcast.com/5 with I was going to say with Mega Man X, with Kitos Ruiz.
Of 20XX.
Of 20XX, exactly. But guys, now it's time to get back to our own time, good old 20XX.
20XX?
Comsat online. Receiving incoming transmission.
Oh, good to be back. But we wouldn't have been able to travel back to 1988 to begin with if it weren't for our amazing reflux capacitors, namely Jared Holzhauer, Deborah Powers, Brian Keating, Patrick Hicks, LJ Lowry, Chris Cowan, the Feelin' Film Podcast, Chris Owens, Geek Devotions, The Untold Podcast, Mrs. Lomax, James Kennison, Drew of the Cellcast, Ashley Cronenbitter, Pastor Dustin, Kennethan, Redeemed Utaku, Ryan Lingle, That's Our Bobo, Josh Adams, D. Tungsten, Andy Lewis, Jeff, The Dapper Man Reviews, and Little Ronin, in addition to 4 other awesome patrons as well. Thanks for helping us fight crime in a future time. And thank you all so much for keeping the gigawatts coming. And if you want to help us keep flying for as little as $1 a month and get bonus content for your generosity, head over to retrorewindpodcast.com/support to help us grow via Patreon, Subscribestar, or PayPal.
Also,
This stream is sponsored by PaulJPowers.com.
and while we're supporting our thankers, while we're thanking our supporters,
Edna mode. That was amazing.
that was great. You're not gonna keep that in.
No. Oh my gosh. Well,
We're supporting our thankers.
Whenever you're ready.
Well, okay. And while we're thanking our supporters, we also want to give a big virtual mega hug to our guests for coming and supporting us with their time and their thoughts about Mega Man 2. We'll go in alphabetical order, and we'll start with Andrew. Where can people find you online? Is there anything cool that you got going on that people should know about?
You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/AWOG. That's AWWOG, which stands for Andrew's Wide World of Gaming. I'm also on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. What else am I on? Discord. And you can find all of those links to everything else on our Twitch channel. So Twitch is definitely where I'm at, and I post videos once a month that are called experience montages on YouTube, and we stream every Saturday and Sunday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you so much for being here, Andrew.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
And Keithos, where can people find you online? Or is there anything cool that you're doing that people should know about?
Yeah, so people can find me online. My username for pretty much everything, YouTube, Twitch, all that is Cool Deluxe. That's QOOLDELUXX. And also, I've recently started my own tech support site. So if you want personalized tech support, say you have computer problems of any type, you can send a request to me, and I can try and help you out.
What if my computer has been infected by the Sigma virus? Can you help with that?
I'll have to hire some extra help with Mega Man.
Some extra help?
Yep. Nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you so
and
much.
that
go
website, by the way, is is techsupport.online. So that's TEQ support SUPPORT .online.
You have PP in your .com like I do.
Gosh. Wow. But I like that because it's tech, because Ketos Q, so it's spelled with a Q.
Yeah.
Support
exactly.
.online.
Yeah.
Very cool. Oh, thank you again so much, Andrew and Ketos, for making time to be on this podcast. And a hearty thanks to you, Paul, as well. And dang it.
You went off the script. Yeah, there's nothing hearty about the script.
Edna mode.
Drink up me hearties, yo ho.
Wow. Hookman, you're getting me again here. Where are we up to now, guys? Is that 7, 6, something like that? Someone Edna mode it. 6, thank you.
6. Yeah.
Or 7.
7.
Well, no.
Do I hear 8?
Okay, let me try this again. End of Edna mode. Thank you again so much, Andrew and Ketos, for taking time to be on this podcast. And a hearty thanks to those of you listening for the first time. And of course, all of you who are a part of our Rad Rewinder community. You all who watch us live every week, whether we are recording this podcast or I am playing retro games. You're an amazing group of people helping us sustain the pod. But if you are looking for ways to get involved in growing this Retro Rewind endeavor, reach out to us on social media, where we are at Retro Rewind Pod pretty much everywhere. But buy some of our merch, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Podchaser, become a monthly patron, or simply just share your favorite episode of the podcast with a friend so that more people can enjoy the content of the Retro Rewind Pod. Edna mode again.
Darn it. Go for it.
I have a review, Paul, that I forgot to post.
Oh, I'm so glad you stopped me. Now I can dance with Mega Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a sweet dancing Mega Man. I love that.
Now we're to 6.
Spike. Did he beat Spike Man?
Look at him go. Jeez.
Right? Just
He's
dab
like
and
has
you'll
like
be
2
ready.
swords that
Yeah,
we
I'm
could
not
take
sure
on
what-
the Ninja Turtles.
It's
with
like
that.
RoboCop's Spike thing.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
that's
don't
who
know
he
what
fought.
that is.
I need that GIF in my like repertoire. That's just too cool.
Right?
Yes, that one. I want that one. Go to that one.
Go to your hole.
Okay,
Oh,
ratings.
maybe I should. While we're doing that, I'll just maybe I'll go play this.
That's
Oh, sorry. How do I go back? There it is. Okay. Is that super loud?
That's fine. Because I
Okay.
think it helps that I know it's short.
Oh, okay. It's 7 seconds according to YouTube.
Oh,
I'm so thankful that they're not playing ads in front of each time I play it. So watch the next time I play it, it'll be an ad. You mentioned podcast reviews? Hey, I have one here.
seriously.
Oh, nice throne. I
Wow.
look a bit
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
That's not what I meant, but
All right. End of Edna mode. Anytime you're ready, Paul.
All right. Hey, Francisco, you mentioned podcast reviews? Guess what?
Yes.
I have one right here. Drew Dodgen says, this podcast, that's ours, the Retro Rewind podcast, would definitely be rated a classic. Even when I disagree with their opinions, I always look forward to the next episode. 5 stars. Thank
I
you,
imagine
Drew,
it's-
for reaching out to us.
Totally. Thank you so much, Drew. And thank you for leaving that review on Podchaser. In April, you're probably still hearing this when it is April 2021. Podchaser is running a charity drive of sorts where every review you leave on a podcast, it could be ours, it could be someone else's, they will donate 25 cents to Meals on Wheels. So if you want
Nice.
to, and just make an account on Podchaser, it's way easier than download iTunes or Apple Podcast or anything. You just sign up on a website with your email and write us a review, and it's easy peasy lemon squeezy.
So it's podchaser.com.
Yes, podchaser.com and /podcast/retro rewind. Just do a search on Retro Rewind Podcast. You'll find us.
All right. Let's go to the next level. You've been listening to RetroRewindPodcast.com/224. Our review of Mega Man 2 with me as your XO, PaulJPowers.com. You can find me online and all my socials at PaulJPowers.com. Because that's me. That's where you find me.
Oh, is that where we find you?
Yeah,
you for being
PaulJPowers.com.
an amazing friend, not a robot, amazing
Oh,
friend.
you're welcome.
For another fun voyage, Paul. And I have been and continue to be captain of the pod, Francisco Ruiz. Find me on Twitter at FXRetro_, especially if you need some pixel artwork commissioned.
And remember,
PaulJPowers.com.
and we've
How
been
could I forget?
commissioned to announce that we are part of the Christian Geek Central network at ChristianGeekCentral.com. I don't know why we haven't changed that after we talked about being commissioned the last time and what that
I
means and
said
what
it was
doesn't mean.
fine. Oh my god.
All right, it's fine. Apparently we're being paid, but we're not being paid monetarily, but hugs count even if they're virtual. Captain, we are on final approach to base. Salvo Authority is at the ready.
Great.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, XO, and thank you all for listening. We pray you are more joyful now than when you first hit play. But like a Pokemon, we gotta catch you all for Mortal Kombat. Dun dun dun. How's it go? Dang it, end of mode.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun dun dun.
There you go.
dun, dun, dun.
Ask
Okay.
the musician.
So let me do the end of mode. But like a Pokemon, we gotta catch you all for Dun, 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 dun. Mortal Kombat, the movie. Our next episode of the Retro Rewind podcast.
Retro Rewind mission
Liu
complete.
Kang,
Proceed to
Sub-Zero,
nav point on the
Johnny
aircraft
Cage.
and
Oh,
contact
that's the
the
next
base.
episode. Okay,
Sonya.
sorry.
Yeah, the next episode, Paul. And are you ready to drop your trousers for king and country to win the war?
You must be talking about young Indiana Jones!
Then it is something that man was not meant to disturb. Trust me.
Are you making this up as you go along? Yeah.
Don't believe me. You will, Dr. Jones.
Mission accomplished.
Full throttle?
No break. Those people are trying to kill us. I know, Dad.
It's a new experience for me. Happens to me all the time.
Welcome to another installment of Young Indiana Jones, where we are covering, I think this time, Chapter 14, Espionage Escapades. And this is our watch through and reviews of Young Indiana Jones chapters in between our reviews of the Indiana Jones trilogy of movies. I said trilogy of movies because there's only 3 movies. 3.
Yeah,
in
no
case you weren't
fourth or
sure,
fifth.
there's 3. There's no 4th or 5th, just 3. Paul, can you give us the technical specs for episode 14 or chapter 14 of Young Indiana Jones?
Chapter 14 of the Adventures of Young Indiana Jones is titled Espionage Escapades. It basically combines 2 episodes that are previous release, Barcelona, May 1917, and Prague of August 1917. Do you want to give us the one-sentence plot points of each episode?
Yes. So in the first one, Indiana Jones, Indy Henry, whatever you want to call it, Jr. he's a spy in both. In the first one, he's trying to get people to do something by being in a play as a eunuch. And in the second one, he's
That counts.
in the second one, he's also not being very. He's trying to get a telephone installed. That's what he's doing in the second one.
Yeah.
Sounds just like an Indiana Jones plot, doesn't it?
Oh, well, yeah.
Let's get into it. With the things we liked first about these episodes. Let's start with Kitos. What's something you liked about these Young Indiana Jones episodes, or what is your favorite thing? We'll just go favorite things.
Favorite thing? I honestly the phone plot with the forms. I was actually really interested in that episode. I thought it was hilarious. He kept trying to go around and get all the forms.
All the bureaucracy.
Yeah,
No.
it was just so funny to me. It's like, well, we have a form for that. Sorry, you're gonna have to go to this office. And they just kept going everywhere. I know it's such a simple idea, but I was laughing throughout the whole thing.
Wow.
What were you on? Because I want to try that next time.
Well, okay, take this legendary character, Indiana Jones. I know he's young at the time, but it's just so funny. He's just trying to get the telephone. Okay, that's all he wants.
I can now that you say that, I can kind of see it's almost like you take someone that's like this heroic person and he's way out of his element with something so mundane.
Exactly.
I could see why you think that, get such a chuckle out of that. Okay, that's fair.
And it's just replace the telephone.
Right? I'm like, why doesn't he go to the store and just buy a new one?
Well, I imagine it was harder back in the day. They didn't just sell telephones. I imagine there was more of a bureaucracy to it. But
plus,
regardless,
leave it to Indy to literally get thrown in jail over form filling out. Okay. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Really?
I still didn't quite get why he was thrown in jail. Did they explain that?
Yeah,
They
because
never did.
Not guilty, and he should have been guilty of maybe following the rules or something. Who knows?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
They didn't go into
the whole
it.
thing was so funny.
All right. So that was your favorite thing. Awesome. You enjoyed that episode. Andrew, what was your favorite thing about one or both of these episodes?
I think this man. Let me just say, this really took me aback because I was not expecting comedy, a lot of comedy anyway.
Yes, this is the first of these two episodes combined in this one chapter is the first, even in the Young Indiana Jones series, that is mostly trying to be a humor,
comedic,
movie.
a
comedy style.
That took me by surprise, but I did like a lot of the slapstick. I did find it pretty funny.
Okay.
Just
yeah.
Hey, Francisco, you saw this at double speed. How was that slapstick on what was that, quadruple speed on something?
Because they speeded up in
they sped up some scenes. And you must have been like, whoa, what happened?
It was interesting. I'll give you that. Paul, what was your favorite thing about these?
My favorite thing, and I've said this about the past, the settings in this is so amazing. They must have filmed on location because like even the theater, how grand and big that is. You just don't see that even in a lot of time in today's movies to get the filming locations that they used. And everything seems to be I'm no historian, but everything seems to be historically accurate, like as far as the costuming and everything. So I like how grounded the settings are.
Okay, very cool. For me, the thing I liked was it was one moment in the theater in the first episode, and where I thought it was ridiculous how he's gyrating. India's gyrating on stage as a eunuch with
in Morse code.
In Morse code with flashing lights, but it doesn't. I don't think the light beam would be as focused to give enough light to project back the way it was showing. Regardless, I like how he gets the message across. That his cohorts have to look for this old lady to stop her from her delivering this message to someone else, and the three of them do this bit where they're with not magnifying binoculars. They're all looking in different directions and timed very well together, where they each look in a different direction at the same time. I thought that was just delightfully well done. And I also like seeing the one guy from I know him from Harry Potter. He turns into a rat or something.
Yes.
Timothy Spall. I looked him up after seeing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
he's also in The Last Samurai. To me.
Yes. Peter Pettigrew. That's who. That was Harry Potter. So it was cool to see. It's always cool to see people that we know in bigger roles now in these older TV shows. So those are the things we enjoyed about this chapter. Now let's get into the things that didn't make the cut. I'm very curious. Exactly. I'm very curious. I'm just gonna put my cards on the table. Andrew, you like the slapstick. Kitos, you like the humor. How funny this was. Okay, it was not funny to me. Maybe it was because of my attitude, because I was like, this is not Indiana Jones. I want adventure. I want high stakes. I don't want him trying to replace a telephone. What the junk is this? So it just, I'm like, what in the world? So that just, again, I think having your perspective, guys, definitely helps. But for me, I just was not going in it with the right attitude, I guess. I was expecting something different and got something else, and I was sorely disappointed. Paul or Andrew, what was the thing you didn't like about it?
Let's see. I think one of the things, it's really minor. It's nothing too big of a deal, as it eventually it was understandable. But like some of the accents of some of the the foreign characters were really, really hard to understand at first. I was like,
so exaggerated.
They were very overacted or hard. I'm like, this is really hard to watch just because I can't understand what these guys are trying to tell Indy or anything like that. But eventually I got it.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, it was honestly hard to tell at double speed if the accents were off. But
that makes sense. Okay.
But no, actually, no. Now that I think about it, it was hard to understand what they were trying to say. So I guess the accents were really, really rough in that regard.
Is it ridiculous?
Exactly. Kitos, what I'm very curious now what you didn't like, since you seem to enjoy the comedicness of this.
Yeah. What I didn't like is, well, this is the only and first episode I've ever seen of Young Indiana Jones.
Oh,
Oh,
and I should have
no.
asked, Andrew, have you ever seen any of these Young Indiana Jones before?
When I was a teenager, we had one on VHS. I can't remember which one it was, but I have experience with it. Yeah, but this is my first one as an adult. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Kitos, please continue.
Yeah. So I had no idea what to expect. Sort of like what you were saying, Francisco. It was like, I'm expecting Indiana Jones, high stakes, all this kind of stuff.
Yes.
So like, but I really didn't know what to expect because it's also young Indiana Jones. So
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not expecting the same level as the movies.
As a guy selling underwear.
Yeah.
Ladies' underwear.
But yeah, no, that exactly. Like it's so weird because I mean, I don't know if it's just because I'm starting on episode whatever it was, 14 or
14,
something.
yeah. 14.
Yeah,
I'm
14.
so at a loss as to where I am. What is happening? Why is he here? What is going on?
Yes.
I was about to say you don't have to be, but now that being in the 14th, there has been a progression. Like, it's World War I, and he's a spy now. Because before he was in the previous
army,
chapters, he
then,
got up. We saw him before that, and how he got to this point. So yeah.
Yeah, so I had none of that. So I go into the episode, and they're talking about, okay, we got to get this guy over here because he's, he's working with the Germans. I'm like, okay, like I can, like, the episodes are very well self-contained, but in the like overarching idea, it's like I don't know why he's here. I really don't understand. Like,
that's
where's
a good point. Yeah.
All right. Well, that leaves Paul. What did you hate about this episode, this chapter?
This didn't. All right. Comedy is very like the eye of the beholder.
Subjective.
It's subjective. And to me, I was just cringing and frustrating. I did not watch this at double speed, so this thing I did not enjoy the humor. And then when my wife is trying to talk to me while I'm trying to watch, like, hey, I was watching this and she was doing other things, and she sometimes, hey, I started getting mad at her. Not her fault, my fault, because that only prolonged this agonizing suffering of watching this. It would not stop. It kept going on. I wanted to watch the adventures of young Indiana Jones, not the zany hijinks of Amadeus Schlubelgruber. And we usually ask this based on what we saw on this episode. Would we continue watching this series? The series, for me, it's definitely not. For me, it's the worst one of all the chapters we've seen so far, and I would not watch any.
Love?
Yes, I would definitely watch any of them over this one. I would not continue watching based on this one alone. But that's me. I did not appreciate the hijinks.
Let's continue that, because as Paul said, how we usually end these is based on just this episode. Would you want to continue watching more of Young Indiana Jones? And I'll say for me, I definitely want. I'm in the same camp as Paul. There's been so many others that have been so much better.
They weren't great, but they were better.
Yeah, exactly. And I may be with you, Paul, that this is the worst one so far. I kind of feel like some of those kid ones are a bit worse, but that's fair. Andrew, what would you say, based on just watching this episode? Would you want to continue watching Young Indiana Jones?
Probably not, honestly. I am kind of with you guys. Like, I was expecting adventure, high stakes, and I walked into this. I'm like, it's a comedy. While I did kind of enjoy it, and I got a chuckle or two out of me, I'm just kind of like, this is not what I expected, and I probably wouldn't.
Gotcha. And Kitos, I'm expecting, yes, definitely, Francisco. I want more Saturday Night Live indie here.
Okay, let me explain my position here.
All right, here we go.
Buckle up.
Okay. So watching the first half, right? The first part where there's the theater and all that kind of stuff. I remember getting to the end of that bit, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna make it through the whole thing.
Oh,
I was like, why am I watching this?
Well, they're two different directors.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
What do you mean?
The first half was directed by somebody else than the second half, so the style is is a little different.
Okay,
that explains a lot.
Yeah, because the first half, like, I mean, I followed the story all the way through, but I was not impressed, and I didn't know if I'd make it to when you'd ask me if I had seen all of it, I'd be like, I don't think I could. But then I mustered the strength to continue watching, and that's where I found the funniness of that, the second part of the episode.
Nice.
Would I continue watching the series? I mean, only if it's that same director, like Paul's talking about. I'll watch more of his stuff, but the first part, which did feel a bit more Indiana Jones, but just so not as great as the movies.
Yeah.
Interesting to note that they were both written by the same writer, Gavin Scott, but Robert Young was the director of the second one, so keep an eye out for that guy.
Hey, Gavin, don't quit your day job. Oh, wait.
You'll be surprised to know, Francisco, the first one was directed by Terry Jones of Monty Python fame.
Of course.
But yeah, no, I would say I most likely would not continue watching the series.
Very fair.
Unless I know that directors in all the rest of the episodes.
Gotcha. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for continuing this conversation or joining us for this conversation or continuation of Young Indiana Jones, and we'll be back next month for Chapter 15. Paul, do you happen to know what the name of that is?
Yeah, it is Daredevils of the Desert, and this one is not a part 1, part 2. It's a full.
Oh, really? A full movie, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's still an hour and a half long, but it's a full,
Yeah, that's why I said a movie, because these feel like having to watch a movie.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you again so much, and thank you for listening. For Kitos, for Andrew, for Paul, and for myself, bid you a whoopah.
Oh, was that the wrong?
Yeah, pretty much. Awesome. Well, we are going to end the stream now as we get into bonus content, doing our spiritual speculation. Thank you, everyone who's been here. Cellcast, Bobo, let's see, Cass, Ray Will, let's see, who else? I know Geek Devotions were here before. Ashley, I may still be here. I'm not. Oh yeah, Ashley's still here. Just keeping scrolling through anyone else. Cardinal.
You're welcome.
Probably missing other people, but thank you so much for being here at the end. I'm gonna go ahead and pray for us, then we'll do a stream face, or me and Paul will, and then we'll bid you adieu. Thank you for the stream. Good night. Good night, Ashley. Lord God, thank you so much for tonight. Thank you for this amazing group of people, both on and off camera. And I pray, Lord, that you'd give us rejuvenating weekends, that we'd be refreshed for the week ahead. Lord, I pray protection and provision over each one of us, and that we pursue you more and more each day, those of us who have put our faith in you. And for those of us who haven't, may they see your truth, grace, love, and beauty in a fresh new way. I pray all these things in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
That means so be it.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. Well, until next time, Paul, join me in a stream face. Here is your. Why you gotta do that?
Oh, wrong way. Point to that guy over there.
Your stream face.
He's on Team Womp. Go that guy. That guy. Team Womp. He's on Team Womp.